Check it out, it's your boy Will. We back with another light news special. Smoke on with your boy, that's because indeed. Alright, now we got some unfortunate news. One of YSL's biggest artists, Under Gunner, came low key. And today we found out he's resting in peace. He passed away. He was a budding artist on YSL, and it's unfortunate what happened to him. So far, the cause of death has yet to be revealed, but you know how YouTube goes, so automatically you got a bunch of YouTube reporters and dry snitches and all that type of people talking about he got shot 7 times and all kind of other shit. I don't think he got shot. I don't think it's anything like that. It might be some other shit because they're not revealing the cause of death. I'm not going to spectate, but it's just unfortunate what happened to homie. And rest in peace. And, Thug going through a lot right now. First of all, he lost his baby mother in a bowling incident, but we don't know if that was gang related. Someone will tell, time will tell. And now, he's facing this RICO where everybody in YSL got locked up, including him and Gunner. And, they talk about no bail. And then he got 7 more charges when the police went in his house and found all kind of drugs, lean, large amount of weed, and different type of things that he shouldn't have had, like them guns that you put the click on and make them go automatic. Certain things like that, illegal guns with the serial number scratched off. So yeah, he's facing all that time. And now he got to deal with one of his budding artists. And there's a video on YouTube where you see Lil Keed rapping for Thug, and he impressed Thug right there on the video. And then Thug signed him, changed his life. And now guess what? Unfortunately, he's RIP, only 24 years old. Resting in peace. His brother Lil Gotti reported it. And that's another artist. And yeah, he was hurt by that. But that's how this game goes sometimes, man. I don't know what happened with him, but we're gonna find out. We're gonna keep y'all in tune and get y'all the facts. That's all we're gonna do. Lil Keed had a critically acclaimed album 2019, Long Live Mexico, that put him on the map. And in 2020, he dropped that Trapped on Cleveland Part 3, which got him, little people looking at him in the streets. And YSL, they signed him. Thug, he from Cleveland, so that's where Thug from. So it's funny how he didn't get caught up on this indictment and all kind of shit, but maybe we'll find out later about that too also, because there's some reason he didn't get intertwined with all this bullshit when he's a YSL member and he from Cleveland, which is a gang-infested area that Thug is from. And when I say Cleveland, I'm talking about Cleveland Ave, a section in Atlanta where Thug is from, and he called it Bleeding. So I know it's Cleveland Ave. I ain't talking about Cleveland, I'm talking about Cleveland Ave in Atlanta. You know what I mean? But like I said, we're going to keep y'all in tune with the facts and what's going on. Alright, let's move on. Let's talk about my boy. I don't know him personally, but I'm just saying that he's somebody from my town. He's from Flatbush. He did a little time back in the day, did 8 years, got out, and then became a hip-hop star, Casanova. He made some noise out there, I guess he was like East Coast gangster rap, and he was really lit in them streets for a minute, And then the bullshit came up and he's facing the same type of charges as Young Thug and as 6ix9ine was and as GS9 and as all the mobsters from back in the day, the RICO. So now, homie facing a lot of time. But during, and there was a lot of rumors about him telling and all this type of shit. I never believed it, and it came out that it's not true. So that's all false allegations. He never told on nobody. He never ratted. So people need to stop saying that, first of all. Second of all, he always represented where he's from and his people, and that was his big mistake, because there's interviews where he's saying, I'm still ape, I'm still this, I'm a gangster, all this type of shit, and now they're using that against him in court. But he copped out, you know what I mean? He copped out. He admitted to shooting a man during a gambling dispute and serving over 100 kilos of marijuana. So now they're saying he's facing up to 60 years. That's a whole lot of time. But I think since he copped out, he might get a dub, or he might get a dime. I don't know. It It depends on certain things that's going on, certain backing he got, his lawyers, how he's behaving in the can, certain things like that, his history. And I'm sure he's not going to get no 60 years, but he's pretty much washed for a minute. He's going to have to sit down for sure. And he copped out so he wouldn't have to face that life, because there's murders attached to that RICO shit. So he copped out to a shooting and then the marijuana, I guess. We'll see the details, but that's what it looked like to me as I read it. And maybe he did the right thing, because if he would have fought that and lost, your ass is washed, and that's what it is. So we're gonna keep Casanova in the prayers too, because we understand, young boy from the ghetto, got a lot of money and couldn't make that transition quick enough to get out of that life and better himself. He was feeding a lot of people when he was out. He was doing a lot of good, but unfortunately, sometimes your past catch up to you, and the shit is detrimental to your life. He got kids, just like Thugger got kids, just like everybody had kids, and they went down hundreds of years. You know what's up with this RICO shit, but we're gonna pray for this boy. Luckily he don't got that murder attached to him, so he should be good. You feel me? Let's talk about that boy Travis Scott. You remember the Astroworld disaster? A lot of people died, a lot of people were injured, and things like that. He's facing over 275 lawsuits behind that thing. So, he in the news now, and that thing is behind it, the Astroworld Festival. A woman is suing him for a miscarriage that she had, tragically. She lost a baby, and now she wants some compensation. Shanazia Williamson and her husband, they from Dayton, Ohio, and they suing Travis Scott. They're suing Travis Scott, the promoter for Live Nation, and others for the wrongful death of their child. Williamson, she said she was pregnant during the festival and then later lost the baby. While in attendance at the festival, Shanisa was trampled and crushed, resulting in horrific injuries and ultimately the death of her baby. She's saying she also sustained injuries to her shoulder, back, chest, stomach, and other parts of her body. The lawsuit states the defendant failed to manage, plan, design, and operate staff and supervise the events was a direct cause of Shanizia's injuries. Williams' lawyer also claimed inadequate security and medics was another cause of this disaster. Representatives for Travis Scott and Live Nation have not yet, to respond. But basically, Travis Scott, this was a disaster. I'm sure you realize that. Whoever sustained injuries, you got to tear it off quick. You got to pay these people off. I don't care if it leave you broke. That's just what goes down. That's how it happens. Live Nation, y'all responsible too. They got to pay their money too. And that's just what it is. You got to pay. People died. People came to have a good time, and it turned out to be a tragedy, the worst time of their life. They seen things that's going to leave them post-traumatically disturbed for the rest of their life. And y'all need to realize that ain't no fighting this. Ain't none of that. You just pay whoever got hurt in this tragic accident that went down at your concert that was supposed to be for a good time, but because somebody was cutting corners and some bullshit, like something happened, like they said inadequate medics and inadequate security. So there was some corners cut, a lot of people making big money up the top and the boys at the bottom, the rich get rich and the poor get poor. But guess what? When disasters happen, when disaster strikes, as Busta Rhymes would say, you will feel. Now guess what? Now you're going to feel it in your pockets. It's sad. It's a messed up situation. I don't want this to happen for you. I'm talking to Travis Scott like he really watching this, but what I'm saying is that you got to pay when these type of things go down. You just tear it off. It's over. Pay. You know what I mean? That's it. And that's all you could do. Ain't no fighting this. You feel me? Alright, that was another light news special. I had to get that off my chest.